What's going on, guys, and welcome back to True to Size. I'm Alex Vass, your Morgan aka More Prime, and today we're joined by a very, very special guest at New Balance's headquarters, Sam Pearce. He's a designer at New Balance, and he's going to take us through the latest model that he's designed in the X-90 Reconstructed.
So I've been at the brand almost 8 years now. I started as a performance running designer, and then since then I've worked on made in UK stuff, classics, trail, and now I'm in the lifestyle, sport style design. To work on something from top to bottom this year, and that's why people get into design, isn't it? That's why product design is such a big thing.
So the X-90 is your baby, if you like.
So it's a model taking inspiration from the 99 series, and the 99 series, if anybody doesn't know, is the pinnacle New Balance running model, and it has been since 1982 from the first one. And it's taken influence from those classic models, almost as an introduction to the brand. And then once they get into it, they see like all the made in US stuff, and it's sort of like a stepping stone almost. It was my chance to do a younger, fresher take using the history of the 99 series.
Is this something that you actively, went to the rest of the guys and said, I think we should have a go at redesigning this? How does that process work?
I've been collecting New Balance shoes long before I started at the company. With a brand so old as it is, it's about respecting the history. So you need to make sure that all the lines are considered, and that's how I've gone into it. It's sort of like a shoe for the fans from a fan type of thing, and that's what I wanted to try and get across in this design. So there's lots of little details from different models and the 9 series that link into this shoe that once you look at it, you sort of pick them up as you go, and the more you know about the brand, the more little details you'll figure out.
Something really interesting on the X-90 is the sole. So that's split between these 3 shoes.
Yes, correct. You got the 992, 990 V3, and the 991 there.
And these are some of the most advanced shoes of their time when it comes to sole technology. Like, one of the questions I kind of had was like the little detail. Like, you said it was the pill.
The pill is taken from the 991, so it's a direct take. So these little details for me were so important. That is a window into the Abzorb foam that runs through the midsole. So the Abzorb is like a high density foam, like super cushioning.
You've also got the 2 other toolies as well, which come from the 990, and where are they on the actual shoe?
Yeah, so you can see the lines from the 992 here, that's synonymous here, and I just wanted to make sure that big sculpting sort of look was in the model. And then also on that 990 V3, you got the tread call out here. Yeah, so it's sort of like those hidden details that once you get into the brand, you'll notice them as you go along. You might own this thing for 6 months and not realize that. So it's those little stories really that make this special to me, essentially.
In front of us here, we've got from start to finish. So this was, I believe, your first kind of physical mock-up of the shoe, right?
Yeah, so this was the original design upper. So this was before the Reconstructed, so this is where the shoe all sort of began.
And then we move on to the second stage.
So from there we were drawing lines, because we always knew, I always wanted to do the sort of more classic look rather than the clean toe. So it was drawing lines on the shoe to try and get the detail in it.
Then we move on to third stage.
Yeah, so third stage, this was originally like how we wanted it, because we wanted to keep the tech element in as well. So we have the welded details for the collar straps and stuff. Yeah, so this was when it first sort of come together. Personally, I'm really happy with it. We've managed to play on that 99 series, but update it for a modern consumer. We've got that bootie construction, so it's instant slip-on feel. And I put a real sleek toe on it, so we adjusted the last to fit, where most of those 99 series are sort of that chunkier look, but on shelf, you've got a nice dagger toe, you've got the chunky heel in the back.
I mean, that's a whole conversation on itself, right? I mean, how long did we have that sort of New Balance back and forth on the toe box?
Well, it all started with that 1500 look, and now we can roll that out, and I mean, we've always known how important it is, but it's something that obviously we're making changes and want to continue, because that shape's so important.
In the job that you do, you're on your way to work, you're on your normal commute every single day, you get on the train, someone's sitting opposite you, and they're wearing the shoe that you've designed. How does that feel?
It takes me back to when I was a kid, and you sat there and you see somebody else wearing a shoe, and you're like, man, where do you find them? I want that thing. And when you're the other side of it and you see that guy wearing it, you're like, man, the connection you have when you go buy a shoe is, you know, it's not like going to buy your groceries. You're picking which one you want. You're looking for the one that, you know, says a little bit about yourself. That's the connection I have. I know that I'm looking at that guy, I don't have to say anything to him, or, you know, it doesn't matter what he's wearing. The fact that he's made that conscious choice to pick that shoe, and it's a design I've made, and I've sort of had a connection with him. It's a cool feeling. It's the best thing about it.
What's the next step? Where's the line going? What are you working on at the moment?
Using this, the X series is something that that's sort of just started on this, so I'd like to personally expand on that a bit more. And here we've gone the X-90 linking to the 9 series, so maybe we can go and look at trail or racing shoes or something like that, and then tell a story to a younger consumer like we've done here, but for another part of our history that hasn't been told. New Balance is one of those companies that has such a big history, but we've only told such a small amount of it so far. We've just not been at that place yet where we can tell all those stories.
Sam, thank you very, very much for letting us come down and talk to you today. You know, seeing what you've done with the X-90, it really is amazing, and obviously seeing the story from start to finish, it's just an incredible journey. I've been Alex Vass, you've been Morgan, aka More Prime. We'll see you next week.